So hello guys, this is the man BFP4F here once again, back at you with another gameplay commentary, and this time it's gonna be a video about the G53 submachine gun for your engineer class. But before I do that though, I would like to give two shoutouts. The first one goes to 672 Pokefreak for asking for a shoutout in the comments, and the second one goes to Anonymous25. It's also his birthday, so happy birthday to you. Now with all those shoutouts out the way, we can get on to the topic at hand, which is the G53 submachine gun. And before I do that, actually I would quickly like to explain the gameplay as well. It was a quick round on Sharky, and it was a pretty entertaining round. I do get quite a lot of kills in this gameplay, so hope you enjoy. Now about the G53. The G53 is a great all-rounder submachine gun, meaning that it does good damage at close range, good damage at medium range, and also really good damage at long range for a submachine gun. It also has really good accuracy combined with low deviation. Now the G53 has 25 bullets per magazine with let me quickly check, I think 4 magazines total. This is not that's not that high. Actually it is quite high now that I think about it, because something like an XM8C, which I did earlier, has only 24 bullets, whereas G53 has one more bullet, and you know, sometimes one bullet can make all the difference. And seeing that the G53 does so high damage at close, medium, and long range, that bullet can really count. Now the G53 fires at a standard 600 rounds per minute, so that's nothing out of the ordinary, so you can expect to down enemies quite fast at close, medium, and longer ranges, because you aren't limited by the fact that you're gonna shoot slower than others, such as the 9991 or the AKS-74U. Now as I said, the deviation of the weapon is quite low compared to some of the other submachine guns for your engineer class. But do keep in mind, you don't want to keep firing the weapon for like more than 12 bullets at a time, especially at long ranges. You want to burst 3 to 4 shots in order to make all your bullets count. Now the G53 fires at a not a standard velocity, but I mean like a good velocity of 650. This is above average. Average I would say it's 550 for other submachine guns. So the G53 has a good long range capabilities, because the velocity of the weapon is that fast, so you don't have to aim as much in front of your enemies as you would with, let's say, a UMP45. So you can go more for something like a close-in barrel or a standoff barrel with this weapon instead of going for predator or precision, because the velocity is already quite high. Now the damage of the weapon is above average for your submachine guns. Let me quickly list them for you. At medium range, at close range, I mean, it does 24 to 22 damage at close range. At medium range, it does 22 damage to 20, and at longer range, it does 17 to 15 damage. And this is actually quite high, because as you can remember, some other weapons such as, I don't know, the Uzi, there's like 10 to 12 damage, like the UMP45 also does around 10 to 12 damage at longer ranges, and this is also without attachments. So keep in mind, if you are using some damage increasing attachments, you will be even more effective at longer ranges. Now about the attachments that I would want for this weapon. Stock wise, I would use something like a stabilized stock, just because it makes your recoil really vertical and it makes it really easy to control. But you can also go for something like the tactical stock. For mags, I would suggest something like Viper mags, Stingray mags, or close-in mags. I mean CQC ammo. Just because the ammo count is already quite good, but sometimes you want to buff that up. But I usually like to buff up the damage and the ammo count, so I tend to go for Stingray mags, which I was using in this gameplay. As for barrel, I was using Predator barrel, but as I said before, you can use anything ranging from standoff, close-in, or Predator barrel on this particular weapon. Now about the iron sights. The iron sights of the G53 are actually quite nice, and it's not hard to aim with at all. But I would recommend, if you want to go for a sight, go for a red dot or a holo sight, they work quite nicely on the G53 because it makes getting long range precision shots much easier with any sight. In this gameplay I was using the desert holographic sight simply because I have them. Well, this video is coming to an end. It was a really quick round of Sharky Assault. I got quite a lot of kills, so I hope you understand how good this weapon actually is, and you might want to consider getting it if you're rank 27. But this has been the man BFP4F, and I'm out.